Right.
Good morning, everyone. So last class we completed different classes available in the collection. In this session, let us try to complete the methods available in the collections framework so that we can understand the next story. Tell me now, what are the different operations you can perform on collection? Number one, adding object. Number two, counting object. Number three, printing. Number four, searching. Okay, number four, searching. Number five, retrieving. Number six, remove. Number seven, insert. Number eight, replacing, inserting, and then number nine, sort. So these are the 9 operations we have. Tell me, among these 9, to perform these 9 operations, we have methods. On collection, we can perform 2 types of operations. Number one, single object operation. Number two, bulk object operation. Single object operation is add. One object I want to add, object open. I want to add multiple objects, add all of other collection. I can copy elements from one collection to another collection. One object, multiple objects, collection. Next, count. I want to count how many objects are stored. What is the method name? Size. I want to print, for printing purpose, what method? ToString. You are already ToString is overridden in the collection. Just you print your object, collection will be ToString executed, all elements will be printed. I want to search. Then I have a method called contains. Remember string handling chapter? Whatever methods you discussed in string handling, same methods will be available in collection also. String is a collection of characters. Collection is a collection of objects. Just that is the difference. Remaining all are same. What you want to search for? Object, obj. You want to search for one object, contains object. I want to search for multiple objects. Then what I required? Contains all of collection C. Okay, contains object, contains all of collection C. Next, I want retrieve. For retrieving purpose, okay, let me write in Notepad. It's not sufficient space. I want to retrieve. For retrieving purpose, we have method iterator. Remember yesterday I told you enumeration iterator, list iterator, iterator. Also we have for each loop. Also we have for each method, which take parameter consumer. Already you know. Also we have stream. Also we have parallel stream. Also we have split iterator. So these are the different ways we can retrieve objects from the collection. Okay, next. Removing. I want remove objects. For removing purpose, we have method remove of object obj. I want remove all objects. Remove all of collection C. I want to remove the elements except the elements available in the given collection. Then method name is retain all. Retain all of collection C. I want remove all elements. No, I want remove if condition is matched. So tell me, how can I pass condition as an argument? Predicate. Remember a predicate interface, functional interface? Remove if. Remove one object. Remove given collection of object. Remove except this given collection of object. And remove if this condition is matched. I want to remove all elements available in the collection. Then method is clear. All elements I want to remove clear. Okay. I want replace. Array, if you want to replace element, I should have index number, na? Tell me, collection has index? Where all these methods are available? All these methods are available in collection interface. Collection interface is common to both set and list. Set doesn't have index, list has index. Then these methods are developed in collection interface based on what? Without index. So Boolean add object and next Boolean add all of object. The given object is added, then returns true. The given all collection elements are added, returns true. Size, return type is what? In. Print, return type is string. Search, Boolean contains. The given object found, returns true. The given collection, all elements available, returns true. Retrieving, iterator, it returns iterator. And next, for each loop, for each method, void. Stream, return type is what? Stream. Parallel stream also return type is stream. Split iterator, split iterator. Okay. Next, removing object. If the given object is removed, returns Boolean. All elements are removed, Boolean. Except these collection, all elements are removed, Boolean. Remove if void. Given condition match, removed. Next, clear, void. Okay. Next, replacing, not supported. Next, insert. If you want insert also, what I required? Index, not supported. Next, sort. If you want to sort, you need duplicates should be there, should not be there. A lot of conditions are there. That's what is also not supported by collection. So these three operations are not supported by collection. Collection supports only these 6 operations. Now tell me, these 6 operations are available in which interface? Collection interface. Now collection has sub-interface what? List interface. So what are the additional methods available in list interface? Collection provided a common operation. Those operations are inherited to whom? List. Then in addition to those methods, list has provided some more additional methods. What are the additional methods? What is the difference between collection and list? Collection is non-index based. List interface is index based. And then that means based on the index, we have some extra methods. I want to add. This is not actually add. It is what? Insert. I want to insert object. Do you know CRUD operations? On database, we can perform CRUD operations. Create, read, update, delete. Create is nothing but insert. Read, get. Update, update. Delete, delete. Now, what are the methods available? Int index. If you want retrieve, I have to use what method? Int index object obj. I want also int index collection C. This is return type is void and this return type is Boolean. I want to count. Count already available. Same method, no change. Printing, same method, no change. Search. For searching purpose, okay. I'll take the search method down. First, I want retrieve. Second, I want retrieve object. For retrieving, I have iterator. We have extra interface, list iterator, list iterator. Okay. For each loop, already inherited. For each method, inherited. Stream, inherited. Parallel stream, inherited. Split iterator, inherited. And then we have another extra method here called object get of int index. Based on the index, I will give you index, you give me my object. Okay. I want all objects available in the list. Then we can use get method or I can use list iterator. These two are the extra methods. Again, repeating, whatever the operations available in the collection interface, all these operations plus extra two. What are the extra two? Get and list iterator. Then next, I want to search the object. For searching purpose, okay, before searching, I want to go for update also. Update is nothing but replace. Replace. Replace purpose, we have a method called what? Set. Int index comma object obj. In this index, already we have one object. I want to replace that object with what? New object. For that, what is the method name? Set. Set and it returns object. What is this object? Old object. already old object in this index available na, that object it will remove to us. Okay, return to us. So replace method has one method. What is that? Set. For replacing purpose, we have one method. What is the name of the method? Set. Set of int index comma object obj. Then next, removing purpose. What are the methods available? Removing, fourth operation, remove of object inherited, remove all inherited, return all inherited, remove if inherited, clear inherited. So what is the extra method available? Tell me. Collection, list collection contains what? A special operation based on what? Index. I want remove object based on the index. You give index, I will remove that index object and return that object. So the extra method is available what? Remove of index. So that means the available all these 6 methods plus 5 methods. These 5 methods plus extra method remove index. So if your object is list interface, I can use all these 5 methods plus extra method also. This remove of index also I can use. The next, searching. Now searching purpose, if you remember, in a string handling chapter, we have 2 methods for searching. Searching and retrieving index. Searching and retrieving index. Contains method search and tell you whether object available or not. But I want to search and retrieve index. Int, what is the method name? Index of object. Next, again one more method, int, index of a last index of last index of object obj. So index of and last index of, replacing their sort. Now tell me, sixth operation, sorting. For sorting purpose, we have the method void sort of comparator. Yesterday, remember, I told you, for sorting purpose, 2 interfaces are supporting. What the 2 interfaces? Number 1, comparable. Number 2, comparator. So here sort method uses what? Comparator. Okay, sort method uses comparator. Void sort of. Okay, so now, again repeating, I want a list-based operation. On list-based, what are the operations we will do? CRUD operations. List contain index and CRUD operations. What the CRUD operation? Insert, retrieve, okay, replace and remove. In addition to these 4 operations, we can also perform what? Search, where condition, and also we can perform sublist, retrieving sublist. For retrieving sublist, for retrieving substring, in the string class, what method available? Substring method. Here we have sublist method. Method name is sublist. Int index, int start comma, int end. End index object included or not included? Not list of. So this is the sublist method. And then next method is what? Sort. So these are the methods you have to learn from what point of view? List interface pointer. So totally, how many operations we have? Number 1, for adding object, how many methods are there? 2, add, add all. For counting object, size. For printing object, 2 string. For searching object, 2 methods, contains and contains all. For retrieving, how many methods are there? Iterator, for each loop, for each method, stream method, parallel stream method, split iterator. For removing object, remove all, retain all, remove if, clear. And for replacing, not supporting. And inserting, not supporting. Sorting, not supporting. Now in list interface, we have extra methods are there. In addition to collection interface methods, list interface providing some extra method. What is that? Insert, add, add all. Retrieving, get, list iterator. Replacing, set. Removing, remove of index. Searching and retrieving, index, object index. Object index. What is that? Index of and last index of. Retrieving sublist method, sublist, and sorting purpose, sort. So these are the methods available in the list and collection. Sir, where can I find all these methods, sir? These are the methods you remember and given. But where I can find these methods? For finding these methods, you have to use what? API documentation. Sir, no. You have to use API documentation. Tell me now, where I can find API documentation. Open this and type here Java 22 API documentation. Open this link. Come click here. What is this? What interface you want to know? Collection. Open java.util.collection. Then in this collection interface, if you scroll down, you'll find the details of the collection interface. What is the collection? Collection is a root interface of the root interface in the collection hierarchy. What is the collection? Collection is the root interface of collection hierarchy. A collection means represents a group of objects known as its elements. Some collection allows duplicate elements and others don't. Some are ordered and some other are unordered. Collection that have defined encountered order generally subtypes of sequence collection interface. Okay, leave it. Then go down. You will find all the methods available in this collection interface. Look at there. Some of the methods we covered. Are there any extra methods are available? Check. Add. E stands for what? Generic. And we are taking it as what? Object. Add all. Clear. Contains all. Equals hash code. Is empty. If you want to find collection empty or not, which method I have to call? Is empty. Iterator. Parallel stream. Remove object. Remove all of collection. Remove if predicate. Retain all. Size. Split iterator. Stream. To array. If you want to convert collection to array object, you can call what method? To array method. Look at that. All methods what we discussed, everything is available. Now, collection is the super interface of whom now? List. Click on list interface. Now, look at here. Go down. You will find an ordered collection where the user has precise control over where the list each element is inserted. An ordered collection where the user has precise control over where in the list each element is inserted. And now the user can access elements by their integer index and search for elements in the list. Okay, now go down. You can find the methods available. Observe now, add index. This is list method or collection inherited method. If index is there, then only list interface method. Add int index, add all of collection. Add first, add last, clear, contains all, copy of, equals, get first, get last. These are Java 22 methods, okay? Newly added methods in Java 22. What type of methods these are? List is a interface. It has a newly added method. Then if you add in these methods as an abstract method, subclass is forced to implement now. Then if without forcing the subclasses to, if you want to add new methods, what I have to add? Default. Hash code, index of, is empty, iterator, last index of, list iterator. And now in Java 9 version, we got new methods for creating collection, that is of. Return type is list. Already we experienced this method while working with a string. List of, here we can take element dot e. So you can pass 0 to n number of elements. So of method is meant for creating list type collection. That is of method. No parameter, one parameter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, more than 10 I want to store. Then we have where are the of method. Next, we go down, we'll find remove int index. Next, remove first, remove last, replace all. Okay, for replacing purpose, we have one more new method called what? Replace all. Replace all method is a default method. It is added in the new version. Void replace all of unary operator. Retain all. Reversed. If you want reverse the string, you can reverse the list. You can use reverse the method. Size, sort, split iterator, sublist, to array. So whatever the methods I have mentioned here, these are the important methods for you daily using in your project. Clear my point? Write down these methods. Completed? Done? Completed? More? Not complete. Very good. If you have space, list interface methods, right side of these methods. Page, if you divide two halves, first of collection, second of list. If you have space, if you don't have space, write down. Let us scroll down. Done. This method for creating list with immutable list. Creating immutable list. Ninth method. Hey, this is static method. This is available in Java 9. This is available from Java 10. Sort method available from Java 8. Hmm. Tell me from one project, one collection class to another collection class. Program changed or the background memory order changed. What is the difference from one collection to another collection? Hmm? What is change? Now I'm creating 4 classes. First one is test01 underscore vector. Okay. Copy paste. I'm taking with the name test02 underscore array list. Okay. And next copy paste. I'm taking 03 underscore linked list. I'm taking copy paste step. Now you decide and tell me. For all these 4 collections of program changed or the background methods implementation logic and memory changed. Only memory and implementation changed. But the program I'm writing is what? Same. Why? All these 4 collections are subclass of listed. Whatever the methods available in the list, same methods are inherited to all 4 classes. Now, I want to add to the vector. Which method I have to call? Add. Okay, I want to add elements to the array list, linked list, stack. Which method I have to call? Add. For all 4 collections to add, what object? Add. For finding the size, size. For printing, toString. For searching, contains. For retrieving, iterator for each loop, stream, parallel stream. For removing, remove all. For inserting, add. For retrieving, get. For replacing, set to replace all. For removing index. For finding its index of index. So these methods, whatever you have written here, same methods you have to call for all the 4 collections. Then what is the difference? Cycle to bike, what is the difference? Both are 2-wheelers. Cycle you have to push the pedals. Bike you have to give the accelerator. That is the difference. So from one object to another object, program is the same. That's why collections are called what? Runtime polymorphic nature. From one collection to another collection, what is changing? Internal memory is changing, but the outer is what? Same. So if I teach you program with one collection, other collection, can you develop by your own? What? Main. Now tell me. Here I want to store. Now I want to work with vector. Tell me something about vector. Point number 1. What is a vector? Vector is a Java 1.0 collection or Java 1.2 version collection. 1.0. Vector is a legacy collection. Legacy collection. Legacy means old. Okay, now his legacy is coming from years, Rabbi. Legacy means what? Is a old person. Okay. So vector is a legacy collection. It is available from Java 1.0. No need to write. Try to digest the points I am telling here. No need to write. Try to digest these points to your mind. From one collection to another collection, program is not changed. These points are changed. Second, this is what is vector. Why vector? When to use vector? We must. Okay. When we want to store multiple objects in insertion order with index in multi-threaded application with thread safety, we must choose vector. Okay, you can write here, otherwise we must choose vector for storing multiple objects in which order? Insertion order with the index where in multi-threaded environment, multi-threaded application with a thread safety, we must choose vector. What is vector and why vector? Okay, then I have created a vector object. Okay, I created vector object. When I create vector object, tell me, background object memory created or not? Okay, what is that? Okay, let me first tell this. Is this vector synchronized or non-synchronized? Vector is synchronized. vector is synchronized. Okay, means every time when for every operation object is locked and unlocked. So now it is good in it is best suitable multi-threaded application and not good in single thread application. Okay, next fourth point. Is it ordered collection or unordered collection? Ordered means is it maintain the objects in insertion order? Yes. With index? Yes. Vector is a ordered collection because it maintains insertion order. IO means what? Insertion order. It maintains insertion order. Next, fifth point. Okay, now I decided to use vector because my application is multi-threaded application. I want synchronization. If I create a vector object, background object array created with 10 locations. Now tell me, after 10 elements stored, next 11th element is allowed to store or not allowed? Allowed. Not allowed. Collection is what? Growable. So what is its data structure? It's implemented growable array. These are the theory questions interviewer will ask. What is the implement data structure of vector? Okay, what is the implement data structure of vector? He will ask. Then you must able to answer it is a growable array. Okay, next. If I create a vector, what is the default capacity? Default capacity and the size. What is the size? 10. Vector object background, array object is created with how many locations? 10 locations. Not size. Size means how many elements you have stored is size. Next. What is your default age? When you born, what is your age? 0. Na? What is your age limitation? How many years you can live here? 100 years. 100 is your capacity. If you are eating bad health habits and bad sleeping habits, then you will die by 40 years. Right? So God has given you 100 years is your time limit. If you are maintaining good health habits and good life system, then 100 years happily, healthily you can live. Otherwise, you'll face a lot of difficulties. Okay. Then you born, that is 0 years. Then 1 year, 1. 1 is what? Size. Capacity is what? 100. Size capacity difference. What is the default capacity of vector? 10. Means it is capable of storing how many objects? 10. If it reaches to 10, then incremental capacity. How much it will increase? Either +1 or double. +1 or double. For example, you created vector with the capacity 0. 0 into 2, 0 only, na? That's why it is not double. It will become what? +1. 0 + 1, 1. 1 onwards into 2. Okay, double. So default capacity is 10. Incremental capacity, default capacity and initial capacity. Initial capacity 10 and incremental capacity +1 or double. So what is the first point? What is a vector? Vector is a legacy collection. It is available from Java 1.0 version. In Java 1.2 version, it is retrofitted. Retrofitted and it's forcibly added. It is added as implementation class of list interface. Okay, it is added as implementation class of list interface. Okay, from Java 1.2 onwards, vector is part of collections framework as list interface implementation class. When should we use vector? For storing multiple objects in insertion order with index in multi-threaded application with thread safety. Vector is synchronized, vector is ordered, its default capacity is 10, its implement data structure is growable array, and incremental capacity is +1 or double. Next, 7th point. If I store objects in the vector, okay, vector memory structure, everything is ready. If we store objects in vector, What type of objects are allowed? All 4 types of objects are allowed. What are the 4 types of objects? What are the 4 types of objects? Homogeneous, heterogeneous, unique, and duplicate. All 4 types of objects, homogeneous, heterogeneous, duplicate, are allowed. All 4 types of objects, homogeneous, heterogeneous, unique, and duplicate objects are allowed. Homogeneous means same class object. Heterogeneous means different class object. Unique means same class, different data objects or different reference objects. Duplicate means same class, same data or same reference objects. Okay. 8th point. In which order elements are stored? It maintains or it stores objects? In which order? Insertion order. Next, in which order it allows us to retrieve elements? It allows us to retrieve elements either randomly. Whenever it is accepts randomly, automatically, sequentially also accepts. It allows us to retrieve elements either randomly or sequentially. Both orders it accepts. Okay. And the next very important point. Eighth point. Is null allowed to store? Object array is a reference type. In reference type, null is allowed to store? Yes. Null is allowed. How many nulls? Come on, guess. How many nulls? One or multiple? Multiple nulls are allowed. Multiple nulls are allowed because duplicates are allowed. And the next, 9th point, it stores objects in insertion order. 10th point, it allows us to retrieve objects either randomly or sequentially. Next, tell me, if you want to remove object from the collection, you are asking the vector, I have already stored some object X, you remove that X object. Then you are giving X as an argument to remove method. Then remove method internally searching for this object. Searching contains what? Comparison. So for comparison purpose, in search and remove operations, vector internally in contains and remove methods, in a contains and remove methods, internally equals method is called, comma, it is executed from which class? Always method is executed from current object class. What is the current object? Our class. And it is executed from our class. Okay, very, very important. In search and retrieve, search and remove operations, in contains and remove methods, internally equals method is called, internally equals method is called, it is executed from our class. Tell me, if it is overridden, then data-wise objects are compared. If not overridden, reference-wise objects are compared. So totally these are the 11 points you have to know about vector. About vector. So first point, what is a vector? Vector is a legacy collection. Why vector? For storing objects in multi-threaded application with thread safety in insertion order. In insertion order with index. Vector is synchronized. That's why used in multi-threaded application. So it is best in multi-threaded application, not good in single-thread application. Vector is a ordered collection. It maintains insertion order. Its implement data structure is growable array. Default capacity 10. All 4 types of objects are allowed. Null is allowed. Multiple nulls are allowed. It stores objects in insertion order. It allows us to retrieve elements either randomly or sequentially. In search and remove operations, inside contains and remove method. Inside contains and remove method. Internally equals method is called and it is executed from our class. our class, that is searching argument, search argument object class. Okay, and next. Okay, now with all these points, I decided I want to use a vector. Then available constructors. If you want to create object, I need to know what are the constructors available in vector class. In vector class, we have 4 constructors. Okay, in vector class, we have 4 constructors. What are the 4 constructors? Number 1, vector of no parameter. I want to create a vector object with empty vector object, no elements. Then vector. I want to create vector object with the elements available in another collection. Then collection C. I want to copy elements from other collection and store. Then collection C. I have another constructor int capacity. So by default, what is the capacity of the vector? 10. I don't want 10. I want 5. Or I want more than 10. Less than 10, more than 10 I want. Then vector int initial capacity. Then next, vector int capacity, comma, int incremental capacity. How much it should increase? I don't, by default, capacity is incremented by either 1 or what? Double. Either 1 or double. I don't want 1 or double. I decided I want 5. Every time 5, 5, 5, 5, I want increase. Then I have to use this 4th constructor. So vector class totally contain how many points? 12 points. These 12 points, if you understand, remember, then vector related any question you can answer happily, easily. Okay, everyone understand? You have to remember this 10. Sir, how to remember? By heart, just konde. You have to by heart, that's it. Totally 12 points are there, you have to by heart. For one collection, all 18 collections are. Huh? For all 18 collections, you have to by heart. 18 into 10, 180 points. ఎవడ్రా ఈ కలెక్షన్ కనిపెట్టినా So these are the 9 operations we have to learn with these 10 questions. What is vector and what the use of vector? Is it synchronized? Is it ordered? What is implemented data structure? What the default capacity and incremental capacity? What type of elements are allowed to store? Is not allowed? In which order elements are preserved means stored? In which order elements are retrieved? Internal methods calling in collection and executed from our class. So these are the 10 questions plus all 10 questions answers I have already typed here plus 12th one is what? Available constructor. Here, first 2 points. First question, what is vector? Why vector? I made it as 2 points. Okay. You have to by heart and practice, remember. Now I want to create vector object. Vector of. I want allow store all types of object. Vector v1 equal to new vector. Look at that, there are 4 constructors. I want to use first constructor. So tell me, this constructor creates vector object, empty vector object with 10 locations as a default capacity. Now I wanted to know what is the capacity of this vector object. Capacity plus C1 dot capacity. There is a method predefined method capacity. Sorry, you didn't tell this capacity method in the list because it's specific to vector class. That's why not given. I given methods of collection, given methods of list, but capacity method is only specific to vector. I want to find size of the collection. Then I have to use what is the method? V1 dot size. V1 dot size. And tell me, in our NIT collection class, we have already developed capacity method and size method. Now tell me, vector class open, vector class source code observe, public class, vector place, what we have used? NIT collection. So scroll down, there is a object array. We taken variable name as object and they have taken variable name as what? Element data. Scroll down, we taken variable name as index. They have taken variable name as what? Element count. So tell me, our NIT collection, vector class, both are same. Open constructor, constructor internally calling this of 10. What is the meaning of this of 10? You know, constructor chaining, calling int parameter construct by passing 10. This of 2 parameter constructor calling 10 comma 0. Then observe here, element data equal to new object of initial capacity what? 10 and in capacity incremental capacity 0. Now finally tell me, whatever the logic we have written, same logic is available in vector class. I told you either you develop or Sun Microsystem develop. Algorithm is same means same code you have to write. 1 or 2 extra conditions will be there because they are writing standard code. We are writing Tumri code. For a temporary purpose, understanding purpose, we didn't follow all the test cases. Okay. Then V1 dot capacity. Capacity means what? Total number of objects I can store. Means array dot length. In capacity method written our array object dot length. Here also array dot length. Size. Size is what I told. How many objects you have stored? How many objects stored is available in the index variable and here count variable. Whatever logic we develop in NIT collection, same logic is available. I want to print all elements for a printing purpose. Elements. What I write? Simply V1. If you call V1, implicitly what is the method called? ToString method is called and elements are printed. Observe what is printed. Capacity 10, size is 0, elements. Currently you have any elements collection or no elements? No elements. Now I wanted to add elements. Everybody tell me. I want to add elements. For adding elements, which method I have to take? Add method. Now what you write? V1 dot add of. I am adding one string object. Any objection? Control F11. A is added. Capacity changed? No. Size changed? Yes. Capacity means what? Number of objects can be stored. Size means what? How many objects you have stored? One object is stored, size is increased. Capacity not increased. I'm adding one more object. Possible? Yes. What this object? Homogeneous or heterogeneous? Now repeat once again. What is a vector? Vector is a legacy collection available from 1.0. Open this code and see this available from 1.0. Vector is used for storing multiple objects in insertion order. Look at their objects are storing insertion order only. Na? I call add method A, add method B. After A, B coming. Next, it is a synchronized collection. Means all its methods are synchronized. Capacity method, synchronized. Size method, synchronized. Add method, synchronized. Every time object is locked. Every time object is locked. Every time object is locked and unlocked. That is called synchronized. Then next, now I want to add heterogeneous object 5. 5 is heterogeneous object integer. What is applied here? Auto boxing converted to integer. Allowed or not allowed? Allowed. So tell me, vector accepts all 4 types of objects: homogeneous, heterogeneous, unique. A is a unique object, B is unique object, 5 is a unique object. Next, now I am writing 6.7. Allowed? Yes. I am writing single quote P character. Allowed? Yes. I am writing Boolean value true. Allowed? Allowed. All are storing in insertion order. Next, I want to store null. Null is accepted or not? Yes, accepted. Null is also accepted. How many total number of objects you have stored? 7. Now I am storing my own class object, new EX of 5, 6. EX class is available or not available? Not available. Control 1, create the class. How to create class? Control 1, shortcut to create the class. Class is ready. Inside this class, I want 2 non-static variable, private int x, and then private int y. And I want initialize x and y by constructor. Alt Shift S, generate a constructor using fields generated, shortcut, Eclipse shortcuts. And then I want to generate setter getter methods. Control Shift S, generate setter getter methods, or setter getter methods. Alt A, Alt R, generated. I want now Control F11. When you run this code, you will get compile time error because I am creating the example class by using comma. I should have dot. Save it. Now, now look at the example object. What is printed? EX at the rate hash code. I don't want EX at the rate hash code. I want example class data. If you want to print example class data inside this example class, what is required? ToString method. Control Shift S, ToString method. ToString method is overridden by Eclipse only. EX of x comma y. Control F11. Look at there. Example class name EX 5, 6, x value 5, y value 6. Clear my point? So totally how many objects I added? 8 objects. Now, can I add duplicate object? Yes. Double quote say, again I'm adding duplicate. Okay. Can I add again duplicate 5? 5 is also duplicate. And now look at that. Duplicate A5 is also allowed. And how many elements I have stored? 10. Capacity equal to 10. Now vector is growable. Vector is growable. Now I am trying to add one more object. v1.add of. I am adding null. Duplicate null I am adding. Allowed or not allowed? Allowed. Then automatically capacity is increased. Look at there. Now size is what? 11. And capacity increase to double 20. So now last what is available? Null. So all points are matched. What is vector? Vector is a legacy collection. It is available from Java 1.0. In Java 1.2 version, it is added as a implementation class of list interface. Let us see that. Vector open. It is a implementation of what? List. Okay. Next point is what? It is used for storing multiple objects in multi-threaded environment in insertion order with index. Vector is synchronized. Vector is ordered collection. Implement data structure is growable array. Because it is growable array, what the default capacity and what is incremental capacity? All 4 types of objects are allowed. Null allowed, multiple nulls allowed. It stores objects in insertion order. It allows us to retrieve elements either randomly or sequentially. Now I want retrieve object. For retrieving object, what is the method available in the class? System.out.println vector dot. What is the method name? Get. Pass index number, it returns object. Suppose I am giving 4. 4th index object we will get. What the 4th index? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th index object is P. Okay. I want retrieve object, say 10 I am giving. 10th index object we will get. What the 10th index object? Null. Okay. This is 10th index object. 11th object is 10th index object, null we got. Tell me, can I add more objects here? Null. And I'm writing new example of 5 comma 6, same duplicate object I'm adding 5 comma 6, accepted or not? Yes. Can I add another object with the data 7 comma 8? Yes. 7 comma 8, yes. Accepted or not? Yes. Now I'm adding one more object 6.7, allowed or not allowed? Allowed. Okay, I can store any number of objects, your wish. Okay, finally, next, I want to retrieve all objects sequentially. For retrieving all objects sequentially, you have to write what? For loop. For index I equal to 0, I less than what? V1 dot what method? Size I plus plus. System dot out dot print. I want to take print method. Print of V1 dot get of we want to get of index I plus double quote space, control F11. Now look at that, all elements, whatever available, all are coming or not. This is random access and this is what? Sequential access. In place of for loop, can I use for each loop also for accessing sequentially? Yes. For each loop also you can use for open bracket, closed bracket. What is the return type? Object, obj, colon, what do you write? V1. System dot out dot println obj. So system dot out dot println place plus double quotes. Look at that. Elements are coming or not? Can I use for each method? For each loop? Can I use for each method? Yes. How to use for each method? V1 dot for each of what I should pass? Consumer. Consumer means element. Okay. Element or object. Arrow. System dot out dot println. Println place I'm using print obj plus. Now look at that. Where is the semicolon? If you have practice, fingers will run fast. If you don't practice, eyes will run fast. Okay, that's a Ray. What are you writing, Ray? Okay, if you practice, fingers will run fast. That's why I told you. Collection chapter, only theory is new, but the program is already completed. Only you have to practice thoroughly and come back again and again. I'm said. Next, I want to use stream API. Can I use stream API? Yes. V1 dot what I should call stream dot stream dot stream dot for each. I can use directly for each or I can use stream dot for each. What the difference between for each and stream dot for each? For each can only retrieve and print. Stream dot for each, I can print in the middle before printing. Can I apply some filters here? Can I apply map here? Can I apply extra operations to perform aggregate functions like where conditions? Yes, that is the facility. Again, printed all elements. So these all what? Sequential printing. It is what? Random printing. Where is this? This is random access. This is sequential access. Okay. Hope you all understand vector. In a vector or in array list or any collection, learning 10 points and know how to perform those 10 points. Okay. Then tell me now, what is the difference between vector and array list? Bolo. Vector and array list, what is the difference? Only name is different. That is not synchronized. This is synchronized, except that everything is same. What do you write now? Array list place, vector place, what do you write? Array list. Check. Array list. Tell me, array list is a legacy collection array. Legacy collection, collections framework collection. Collections framework collection, it is available from it is available from 1.2 version, full stop. It is an implementation of which interface? List interface. Okay, list. Next, second, we must choose array list when whenever you like, you choose a no for storing multiple objects. Where? In multi-threaded application or in single thread application? In single thread application with a thread safety or without thread safety? Without thread safety, in insertion order with the index. Next, array list is synchronized or non-synchronized? is not synchronized. It is not, it is best in single thread application, not good in multi-thread application. Next, array list is ordered collection, unordered collection, ordered collection. It maintains inside an order. It implement data structure is growable array, but people are calling it as resizable array. Growable, resizable, both are same, but people are calling it as resizable array. Default capacity 10, incremental capacity 1 or half, not double. Vector is double, array list is what? Half. The only two differences between vector and array list. Vector is synchronized, array list is not synchronized. Vector incremental capacity double, array list incremental capacity half, except that all points are same. All four types of objects are allowed. Null is allowed. It stores insertion order, retrieve objects randomly, and search and remove operation inside contains and remove method internally. Equals method is called available constructors. No param constructor available, collection parameter constructor available, int capacity constructor available, but incremental capacity not in your hand. Capacity increment not in your hand. So from Java 1.2 onwards, Sun Microsystem telling that capacity is not your business, it's my business, because it's a performance. If you choose as you like, performance issues will come. Only think about size and capacity, I will take care of it, you don't worry. And then now what object I have to create here? Test 0 to which collection? Array list. And now vector place array list of object, new array list. Now here V1 place Control Shift R. If you want to change a variable name, all places in the project, you have tried Control Shift R, replace V1, all places removed, AL, all places added. Okay, now in the current Java file, other Java files, what is the difference between Control F replace and Control Shift R replace? Control F replace will replace only in the current Java file. So if you want to replace wherever it is used in other Java file within the complete project, you have to use Control Shift R. Eclipse material, you read all shortcuts I gave there. Look at that capacity method is throwing error because array list capacity you cannot get. Capacity is not in your hand. Capacity will be taken care by Sun Microsystem. Your target is only thinking about size. Ante. Okay, capacity not there. What the size of array list? 0. What the elements available in array list? No elements. Can I add all types of objects? Yes. How many added? 10 objects. All 10 objects are stored in a insertion order. Capacity allowed? Not allowed. Next, can I store extra objects? Yes. Then any problem? No, because array list is a resizable array, increased. Next, random access. I can use the same get method, random access will come. Sequential access by using for regular for loop. Sequential access by using for each loop. Sequential access by using for each method, and stream API by passing lambda expression. Why I have not used a method reference here? Why I use lambda expression? Why I have not used method reference? We are calling object, print method I am calling, I am passing object, parameter object only I am passing as an argument, but I have written extra. Okay, if you want to write something extra, print, method reference you cannot use. The parameter, you are calling one method to pass lambda parameter as argument. That's it. You are not writing anything extra. Then only method reference. Here I want to write extra space. That's why lambda expression only we can use. That's all. Array list completed. Understand? I told you na. Vector array list. What is the difference? Program difference or memory difference? Memory difference. Tell me, when we create vector object created with how many internal variables? 2. Element data, element count. Element data pointing to 10 location object array. When I store 10 objects, new array object is created with how many locations? 20. If it is array list, half. Ante ఒక్కటే తేడా, ఇంకా అన్ని సేమ్ యాజ్ ఇట్ ఈస్. బాలయ్య బాబు చెప్పిన not both are same, but here both are same. Vector 10 points. Then vector memory diagram add method. Object is locking, unlocking. This is the complete diagram. New na, no na. If you practice NIT collection, known. If you didn't practice NIT collection, new. Okay. Vector object, element count, element data. 10 allocation array created. Then I started passing elements. don't worry about that contents method, okay? Only concentrate on memory. And then now after storing 10 elements, 11th element I am trying to store. When I'm trying to store 11th element, what happened? New array created with 20 locations, and new reference is stored, old reference gone, object is eligible for garbage collection. 2 points are here, come. When I store string object again repeated, double quote say I repeated, then is it create new object or same old reference is taken up? Next, I store 5 duplicate. If I store 5 duplicate, remember wrapper class object pooling is there? Auto boxing object pooling. Object pooling is applied on wrapper class for what value range? Byte range. 5 is in the byte range. So new object created, old object reference used. Old object reference used and point. 6.7, is it in the byte range? No. If I store 6.7, old object is used, a new object created. New object created and point. Next, if I repeat P or true, new object created or not created? P, what is the ASCII number of P? If it is in the byte range, new object not created. If it is exceeding the byte range, new object created. If I repeat true, new object created or not created? Not created. For true and false, new object not created. Okay, you have to draw this memory. After going to home, vector class, completely you have to type, and with your hand, you have to run the flow of execution by drawing the memory diagram. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, what happened? Next, array list. Tell me, vector at array list, what is the difference? Just internal variable names and the size. Array list, all the 10 points, and then array list, locking, unlocking, or no locking, unlocking? No locking. Then this is the vector diagram. This is a vector diagram with how many locations increased? Double. With locking, 14 times locked. If it is array list, locking there or not there? No locking. And size half, 14. Okay. And these are the difference between array list and vector. Array list, it is a collections frame collection available from 1 point. Vector, legacy collection available from 1.0. Array list is not synchronized, vector is synchronized. Suitable to use in single thread model application. ML ante machine learning. Multi-threading. ML machine learning. Java machine learning enduku vachindra. Python ante machine learning. Method local. Single thread ante what? Method local. Okay. Single thread model application or method local operation. Suitable for MTM. Multi-thread model application. Should not use at class level in multi-thread model application. It gives wrong results. Should not use in single thread model application and method local operation. It gives less performance because locking and unlocking. It incremental capacity half the current capacity. Its incremental capacity is double the current capacity. Next, very important. We cannot specify capacity increment. We can specify capacity increment. We cannot retrieve array list capacity. We can retrieve array list capacity. Very, very important. Both array list and vector allow null, multiple nulls. All people understand? Will you practice these 2 collection classes today? If you practice, tomorrow classes will be easy. I hope you observe from yesterday to today, I increase the speed. No. Tomorrow, double speed will be there. First day when I'm teaching collection, did I run fast? Very slowly I talk because all the words are new. Next, when I'm explaining growable array algorithm, did I run the slides? No, everything I drawn and shown. People who practiced NIT collection class, test NIT collection class, and the memory diagram, today class you feel, okay, already I know. So people who didn't practice, chukkale, pattapagalu, mitta madhyano, you will see stars. Daytime stars you'll see. That's why what to do? Practice. Now I'm uploading array list. 10 points you have to by heart. If you practice array list course program and its memory diagram, tomorrow linked list will be easy. If you neglect, come tomorrow without practicing linked list, you will see hell. If you practice linked list, then next class stack after all. Then next class hash map internals, has a set hash map internals I explained. That time people who don't practice array list and linked list, hash map, you will cry like anything. Literally will cry, tears will come, blood tears will come. Practice and come. Thank you. That's all for today class. Did you upload to both? నేను చూడట్లయ్యా. మీరు ఏది ఇస్తే అది వాడేసుకోవడం.
Function
Function interface.
is a rule in function. Either order must either same or widening the
Widening means super type. Lambda functional interface